Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Amacid and we are back. 3.19 is going live in just about a week, give or take. And I wanted to walk through and give some high-level takes on some of the changes that are going on here. I'm not going to go through everything. I just kind of wanted to hit some of my big bullet points, some of the really cool things that I wanted to touch. There's like a ton to unpack with this patch. It's crazy how much I'm always amazed how much they jam into each one, but this one feels like it's just a lot has changed here. So I'm going to talk at the high level, and then we'll keep going from there. I haven't made one of these videos in a while, these sort of types of walk through sort of things, but I wanted to do one, so let's just jump right in. So the first one is obviously the Lake of the Kalandra League mechanic. Now, it kind of has synthesis vibes to me. I don't know if other people will feel that. It's very synthesis vibey with the tablet and you make your path. It's synthesis, but like less complicated, right? It's not quite so difficult to piece together as synthesis was. There was a lot of nuanced synthesis, which I think made it slightly inaccessible for a lot of people, whereas this feels just a little bit easier to kind of piece together how to unpack it. I think it looks really fun, though. I think it looks really fun. Anything where you can stack mechanics and make them more challenging to increase loot, I'm always about that kind of risk-reward model. So that looks really cool. Second thing related is Atlas Memories, which feel kind of like side quests, right? They're like side missions that you're doing, side master missions, little mini quest chains that you get to do along the way. I think it's really cool because it's like if you buy a Harbinger map or you drop a Harbinger map or whatever it is, a Harbinger side quest Atlas memory map, right? And you go through it and you're like, okay, I can do like 6 Harbinger juiced maps. That's cool. I like that from a perspective of just kind of being able to run that independently as kind of like a Kirak map mission chain as opposed to just like sort of these one-offs. I think it's really cool. Ultimatum unique map. So they had mentioned in the announcement that Ultimatum is coming back in a more full-fledged form in the future, and this was kind of the first taste of it coming back with the new Ultimatum unique map with the boss and the uniques and all that, and that's great. I will say personally, I always enjoyed the Ultimatum League mechanic much more than I enjoyed the uniques and the boss mechanic. I mean, we didn't see the boss very often in Ultimatum League. It was just very rare, but I think the actual map mechanic that you were seeing on every map basis was much more fun than the boss ever enticed me, even though the uniques are really, really strong. I think that I was more enticed by the League mechanic itself, so I'm kind of a little disappointed it wasn't the reverse, that the mechanic didn't come back and then the boss came later, but you know, we'll take this for now, and that's all well and good. I did want to touch on one new unique in 3.19, the Kalandra unique ring. I mean, the hell, this thing is bonkers. I mean, it's just like dropping a mirror. It's crazy. I wonder how rare it's going to be. I would assume extremely rare, but really, really interesting. There's a lot of other uniques, and some of them look really cool, but that's one I really wanted to call out. Obviously, there's a ton of rework uniques. Not going to go too deep on these, truthfully. I didn't read them all. There's a lot there, but I really like this approach from a balance perspective of saying, hey, instead of introducing unique items or new items in general that kind of power creep these old ones, let's rework the old ones and make them sort of more modern with the way the game is currently in its state. So I think that's a really great balance approach. So I really like that. A couple other quick things I wanted to touch on here was the Divine Orb versus Exalts change. Now, I did want to put my tinfoil hat on here for a minute, so you'll have to excuse me, but we just figured out, well, I didn't figure this out, but other people, very smart people figured this out. They built out a model to basically determine which nodes you could expect to see when you have a certain timeless jewel. And then they make this change to Divine Orbs versus Exalts. What do you think about that, guys? I mean, come on, tinfoil hat here. There's something there. But in all seriousness, I don't know how this is going to affect the market. We'll have to see. But in the end, it's really, I think it's going to kind of get equaled out. I don't think it's a big change from like a trade perspective. It's just going to kind of be like Exalts maybe a little bit cheaper, and Divines maybe a little more expensive. Maybe they're going to swap. I don't really know. We'll have to see. But I think it'll all even itself out over time. The Trickster rework has a lot to unpack there, which I won't get into. but there's a lot to get into there. I mean, the +2 frenzy nodes. Whoa, that's pretty sweet. But otherwise, I mean, that kind of covers the high-level notes I wanted to hit here. I am really curious to see what you guys think about this. I am mega hyped for this expansion. 1 week cannot come soon enough. This is ridiculously jammed patch. And I also did want to note here that on Saturday, so tomorrow, from when this video is being released, we're doing a podcast, 3 guys, maybe 4 guys, 1 Atlas, over on Subtractum's channel. So go catch the podcast there. It's always a lot of fun. I really love doing these pre-league. It's kind of like there's like a just a ton of juice to talk about. So I'm really excited. But anyway, tell me what you guys think, and I can't wait to see you guys in 3.19, and I will catch you in the next one.